Hi, and thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I have been vacillating on what video I want to do instead of a post. And it came to my attention when Allie and I were talking the other day about what to call yourself. What are you? And, in our conversation, what I said was, I'm me. That's just it. I'm just me. And this is what I do. I help people to shift their perspective. I help people to come into a good feeling space. So we realized that there was no title there. And then that kind of sparked some interest in really, what does that really mean? So the topic of this video is, how do we define ourselves on what we do and who we are? And it really made me start thinking about that just in a bigger perspective of, who are we really? Are we this title? Are we this job? Are we this? Are we that? And I realized we're none of that. And that we are just who we are. I'm just Linda Summers. And it doesn't mean I'm just Linda Summers, but I'm Linda Summers. And to put a title or something to me just didn't feel right. Not that I'm saying it's wrong or it's right. I'm not. I'm just saying, from my perspective, when I was really thinking about this and thinking, how does that feel and how does that relate to life and the possibilities? And then that sparked something to say, okay, then if in fact we are a certain position, so to speak, and we charge a certain amount, and say that amount is $17,000 to coach with this person or to do whatever with that person, right? Then what are we saying? I know that what we say is, okay, we have to charge more because of our value and our worth. And I get that, but at the same time, when you really think about that, then someone who charges maybe $300 or $600 for coaching, does that mean that they're less valuable? Does that mean that they are less worthy of receiving clients? It just really made me start to think, and I thought, wow, what if money just disappeared and we had no money? Then how would we operate? How would we build relationships? How would we define who we are? How would we meet that worth, that value of ourselves? So that's really what I wanted to share today, was in really looking at, how do you define yourself? Who are you? What is your worth and your value? If money was not even around, if there was no such thing as money, what would be different? How would it be different? What would you do differently? So I think it really kind of goes back to the early times when we were bartering, where we were trading and we were doing things like that, because money may not be around, or it may be in a different form. So that's really what my message is today, is to really, really sit and really look at defining oneself, of who we are, what we do, what our worth is, and our value. Because to put an amount of money on it, I feel that is, you can't. I feel you can't put an amount of money on worth and value. It has to come from within. That if you know that you do something so wonderful in giving back to the world and to humanity, then I believe when we do that, that the money will find us, instead of us saying, okay, this is what I charge in order to see me, in order to do this. And I just feel that, yeah, it's just really something to really think about. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this. And again, that's what I leave you with, of defining who you are, what you do, what your worth is, and your value, but not placed on money. Not that, let money not be the object, because eventually money's going to go away. It may turn into something else. So we'll have to figure out something that at that time, but also to really see that do we have to put a number to something to show our value and our worth? So thanks again for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks. Bye.